I sold 1,000,000 copies and I made $1 million in less than a fucking minute, my nigga.
Is Tory Lanez a genius or is he crazy? Guys, what is this whole NFT landscape? Let's talk about it. So, I mean, this is now the third video that I've made about NFTs. So please, if you want to get more information about NFTs, go check those last two out. But again, I'll say this again. What's an NFT? It's a non-fungible token. Non-fungible means that it's one of a kind and irreplaceable. And the token aspect of it means that it's a certificate. So it's essentially a unique digital certificate that proves ownership. So now with Tory Lanez, he's released an NFT album. So this album, it sold for $1. He's had 1 million copies. Each of them were unique. But once you had 1 million, it's limited to 1 million. They're not going to be more than 1 million copies, just that 1 million. And so he sells it. It sells out in 1 minute. 1 million copies, he makes $1 million. But beyond that, when there's a resale, he gets a percentage of that resale. You can have royalties in perpetuity for every resale for about 10% or 30%, whatever you decide. So now Tory Lanez has this album. He makes $1 million with the release. And now he invites a resale marketplace.
August 24th, tomorrow, 5 p.m. The resale marketplace is open up. Everybody can sell their NFTs starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Y'all gotta understand how historical and revolutionary this is.
Right, he promotes everyone. On August 24th, he decides, guys, we're going to do a resale. Everybody sell your NFTs, right? So anyone, the millions that bought the NFTs, they could decide, okay, I want to sell today. And so the prices were going for about $50,000, $30,000. So imagine you put $1 in and it now is worth $30,000, or that's a crazy ROI. Insane. So what is his NFT strategy and how can you use it to capitalize to the best of your ability? But before I get into that, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all of the above. If you're new here, my name is Kenim, and this video is brought to you by Brand Video Pros Members Lab, an online course that teaches brands and influencers how to scale their influence and sales. Go check that out. It's going to be really helpful to you if you are a creator or a brand trying to figure out how to monetize and expand the potential of the internet. So let's begin. So in the previous video, I talked about how the future of NFTs, in my view, in terms of capitalizing as an artist, is really exclusive to those that have a following. So I think the most important thing that anybody should be doing right now, if you want to create and sell NFTs, you should focus on building a following online, because that following is what you can then use to leverage and to sell your products to. Because if people believe in you as a creator, they will invest in you and then they will buy into you. So we saw that happen with Logan Paul, who made $5 million in a day with his first NFT project. And we've seen other examples of it, Kings of Leon. I've talked about this. But what is so interesting about Tory Lanez's strategy with the album release is the opportunity for consumers to become investors. So if you are good at sourcing talent, you just have a knack for sourcing talent. If you buy into those NFTs before they come out or as they come out, you keep your ear on the ground, when it's coming out, you buy into it when it comes out, you have the opportunity to make a lot of money from that artist. And I think the landscape is changing. So what is his strategy and how is it changing the landscape of the music industry? Now, we know with Web 2.0, so okay, put it this way. Web 2.0 was about community building, communication, learning how to build that framework. And now we're in the phase, I think, of Web 3.0, which is the NFT world. In this NFT world, there's now this opportunity for the monetization of consumption. As a consumer, you have the ability to monetize, which is like a mind-blowing concept. We think about Paris Hilton. She really made it famous in the past to be famous for doing nothing. Even though we know behind the scenes, she works like a dog. Like, we've watched that documentary of hers that she released like a year ago. She works her ass off. But either way, this idea that she promoted or she branded herself as is that she's a socialite. She's famous for doing nothing. People have glamorized that so much. And Kim Kardashian capitalized off of it. And now with the internet, that is the people's dreams, to figure out how to spend less time working and still maximize on your income. Now, so if somebody was interested in that, this is a way. NFTs are a way. And, you know, there are predictions that NFTs are going to be huge and apply to many different industries. But beyond that, what is the strategy that Tory Lanez is doing, and how is it changing the music industry? Web 2.0, we saw the music industry collapse. With people downloading, with MySpace, Facebook, people downloading music for free. Artists were suffering because they could no longer sell their music. You know, before you buy a CD, you play the CD, artists make so much money on the sales. But with the internet and with social media, it was much harder to do that. So then streaming companies come out, they get, you know, royalties, but they're not making that much money from streaming. It's really not a lot of money. But regardless, they make money from tours and so many other things. But with NFTs, it's an opportunity for an artist to sell their albums. And now they no longer need a record label to give them an advance or to invest in them or to promote their things. As long as you have a social media following and you're popular enough and you drop an album, you put it on an NFT site, you have a limited amount of copies available, just as Tory Lanez has done, and you use that to push all your following to purchase your album, artists have gotten their power back. So it went from the beginning where back in the day, in the olden days, you release an album, it's your label that picks you, they decide it, they put out your album, they take majority of, you probably get like $1 or $2 per album that you sold, or maybe even less than that depending on your deal. So you don't really make that much money as an artist. Your label makes majority of the money. They promote you, they give you the visibility, they control your image, everything. Social media comes in and gives the artist the power to control their image, but not monetize from their music, aside from, you know, touring. Now Web 3.0. NFTs. You can now sell your music as a collectible art, have a limited amount of copies available worldwide, sell on the first sale of that album. Then on the back end, you get royalties. So every time that album is resold, that unique NFT is resold, boom, you make a percentage of that money. And now you can do this without a label. This is the game-changing strategy that Tory Lanez has pioneered. It's a new era for music. It's a new era for artistry. Gone are the days of gatekeeping. And social media remove the gatekeepers. NFTs will remove the business aspect of those gatekeepers. They are no longer relevant. It's huge, it's different, and it's going to change the game. But we're still in its infancy. We're still seeing how it goes. There are a lot of kinks that are going on with the Ethereum network, and Ethereum 2.0 is going to fix that, but it shows a new opportunity for artists. So Tory Lanez's NFT strategy is genius. It's pioneering, and let's see how it plays out. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above, and see you next time. A peace.